Hello, admin. This is my testimony and appreciation to God. Alpha Hour has worked magic for my marriage, and I am so happy now. My husband and I married at very young ages. He was 25 years old at the time, and I was 21. We have been married for 18 years now. The first few years of our marriage were actually very cool. However, about 10 years into the marriage, things changed. My husband's business began to go very well, and he started to make a lot of money. That was when his attitude changed towards me. He started taking long business trips and spending time away from home. In a whole month, I could see him for only 2 days, after which he was off again. Whenever I called his phone, he would only speak for a minute or two, and sometimes he wouldn't even pick the call. Even if he called back, it would be several hours later. I always wondered what would happen if I had a serious emergency and needed help that I had to call him for. He never spent any time with me or the children. I understood that he was busy with work, but he just wasn't putting in any effort or trying. I thought things would get better with time, but they only got worse. He started to drink alcohol more often and also began to womanize. As for the womanizing, they were just allegations at first, and I didn't believe them. People kept telling me they saw my husband with other women at hotels. I asked him once about it, and he responded with anger. After that, I never brought it up again. One day, however, I caught him in bed with another woman. I had received another call that my husband was seen at a hotel with another woman, and this time I wanted to see for myself. I drove to the hotel and made my way to their hotel room. When I barged in, they had already finished what they were doing and were dressing up. I expected him to apologize and beg for my forgiveness, but he didn't. Instead, he introduced me to the lady and told me that she was to be his second wife. I went back home in shame and tears. Somehow, the fact that I had caught him with another woman only made his womanizing worse. It was like I knew what he was up to, and so he didn't need to hide it anymore. He even brought some of them into our house at times. He told me that he was looking for a polygamous marriage and was going to add more wives soon. If I didn't like it, I should divorce him. It was a difficult time for me, and I really wanted to leave, but I thought about the kids and stayed for their sake. That is what the past decade or so have been like for me. Troubles upon troubles upon troubles. About a year ago, I found out about Alpha Hour after a friend posted it on WhatsApp. I started joining their daily prayer sessions. Every single day, my husband was my prayer topic because that was my major problem in life. Every day I prayed and prayed, but nothing happened. I felt like giving up at times, but my friend motivated me to continue. She told me that God will answer my prayers at His own time and not when I wanted Him to. So I continued. I got so close to God and took my Christian life very seriously. Along the way, I didn't even spend so much time praying about my husband anymore because I was so happy with God. Most of my prayers were for the health and success of my children and my close relatives. I still prayed for God to bring my husband back to me once in a while. Lately, my husband has really taken a turn for the better, and I know it can only be God. He sat me down to speak to me and said he was sorry for the way he treated me in the past. He said after spending so much time going wayward, he has realized that I am the best thing that has ever happened to him, and he is lucky to have me in his life. He also said he has stopped the womanizing and alcoholism. I didn't believe him at first, but his attitude has proven to me that he has turned over a new leaf. He now spends all his time with me and has other people running his businesses for him. He is also now more involved with the kids. At first, I thought it was just a fluke that will pass, but it seems like he has really changed for good. He's actually nicer to me now than he was when we started dating. As I write this to you, he has booked a trip for just the two of us to go on, and we will be leaving next week. I just want to take this chance to cheer up all the married women going through problems in their marriage. If it can happen to me, then it can happen for you. God never fails, and He makes all things perfect in His own time. Rely on Him, and He will never fail you.